I've spent $39,839 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 172 days. I'm a whale on a budget, or at least I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be an efficient whale. I'm now on a budget. I recently whaled out. I do that every now and then because I still am a whale ultimately. But I'm trying recently to try to go on a budget. So let's take a look at what that looks like tonight, because it's not easy, man. I've got all my expenses in a spreadsheet. I'm late recording today because I was studying all these different packs. And here's the thing. Tonight it's going to come down to this one in particular. Do I buy the Charm Craftsman Value Pack? And, you know, the more I was looking at this, I think there's also one that's an Artisan's Trove that has more charm designs. So I am going to buy this one tonight, but only a little bit, just so I can track it on the ledger, and then I can make an assessment later on. So, you know, that's where I'm at right now, is that's what I'm thinking. So, and then in future weeks, if I see how things go with the Artisan's Trove, and I know that it's a regular spend, I know it's got better value for the charm designs, then I think that's what I'll probably do, is I'll buy that one out. But I'm already over my daily spend amount, like my average, because I spent like, you know, $285 one day, 100 and something the next day, like, and my average is supposed to be something like $75 a day if I'm trying to do that, or maybe $100 a day if I want to go to $2,800 a month. So, you know, that's a pretty decent spend, $2,800 a month. But man, I was spending like a couple $1,000s a week just recently. So this feels like I'm on a budget already. But let's see how it goes tonight. The one thing I want to mention is, if you want to help me out, you check out this 5% bouncing above my head. The official store is actually running a 5% top-off special right now, where you get an extra 5% Frost Stars. That's what I do, is I only buy from the official shop and I wait for the 5%. If you want to help me out though, I have a link in the video description that has an affiliate code in it, so I'll get some Frost Stars as well. If you're going to buy anyways, you might as well use my affiliate link, and that way I'll get a little Frost Stars as well. It helps out the channel. If you want to do that, I'd appreciate it. But let's get into the spend tonight. So first things first is this value pack. I already said I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy it for up to the $10 mark. The thing is, this is a rate of like 2 per dollar essentially to what I'm most interested here in the charm designs. And I'm just kind of try this out. I'm going to try to don't only go to the $10 mark tonight. I really kind of want to buy this out actually, but I think there are better spending opportunities, and that's the main reason I'm waiting. So the main reason I bought it at all tonight was just so that I can kind of get it on the ledger, so that I can compare it in future weeks. And I'm going to do the same thing with the custom pet chest. I've been waiting on this, but this is kind of like a light spend day today anyway. So I'm going to buy this at the rate of, you know, 1 pet food and 2 of the advancement materials, just because I ran out of well, you know what? I ran out of pet food before, but really, I really need to start getting some advanced wild marks in the bank for the next generation pets that are coming up. So let me do it like this now. I think I do have quite a bit of pet food stored. I don't know. It might still not be enough, but I think what I'm really going to get blocked on is the advanced wild mark soon. So I'm going to do the same here, and I'm going to buy this at the rate of 1 of these and 2 of these, because those advancement materials I ran out of really quick with a next generation of pets. So I'm only going to buy it up to the $10 mark tonight again. And again, I don't know. I'm going to have to turn the knobs as we go forward. And let's clear this red dot here. I'm going to have to kind of turn the knobs and see what makes more sense, where I need to spend. I will say this though. Pets and charms are 2 of the highest sources of stats in the game. So to me, like, even if I were to decide to start buying out the Charm Craftsman Value Pack every time it came out, it would be one of the splurges that's kind of worth it, because it directly translates to permanent power. So that's where my mind is at there, but I'm pretty sure there are better opportunities. We did get that special event recently that I unloaded on, and had a lot of a charm and chief gear in it. So, you know, that's worth considering as well, but that's not, I don't think that's coming that regularly. I don't know. We're going to have to see. The daily deals, I'm still in a mode where I need to get these. We do have another gen coming up soon. Oh, no luck at all. And so I'm still going to buy that. And then the weekly, I just need to claim right now, because we already bought them for the week. Weekly and the monthly ultimate card, and I'll just grab those. All right, so if we go into the deal section, there's not much to do here either. It's just claims. So this is kind of good for the budget aspect, because I bought everything I wanted to. Now it's just a matter of, you know, making the claims. So that's all I'm doing here, just making the claims on all these things. So we already spent on it, and all I need to do is claim them. And take my little bank withdrawal as well. There we go. So that's all we got for the deal section. Now, let me revisit something that I was talking about with Snowbusters, because somebody mentioned this, and I didn't realize this, and I think I'm going to have to tame down my spending. Notice I'm already on Area 21 after day 1, and I bought the Snow Warrior pack up to the $20 mark. I think I might be able to get away with maybe just buying this at the $5 mark, or maybe not at all. Somebody said to me that they're able to get to level 23 with just the Snowbusters, tier pack. So just these two here gave them enough supplies to be able to get to level 23. I think that might actually be true. And if that's the case, that's all I'll spend on Snowbusters going forward, because all I want it for from here on out is I want it for these, up to level Area 23 for the arena. And then, that's it. So that's all I really need right now. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely think I bought too much this time. And what do we got going on here? Got the map search, which really is just for rewards at this point. It doesn't really give me anything else. All right, now that's not a lot of spending, but this is the way budgeting goes, right? Like some days are going to be bigger than others. And I think that's what I'm going to do right there. I'm going to pump the brakes right there. And I'm going to resist the temptation to buy out those charms. And we'll see how things go. Let me check out the VIP. And I'll just make sure that I put this in the bank. Have everything done. There we go. And I'm just going to wait on this until I have something, more interesting to do there. A bunch more VIP in the bank so that I can do some spins on that in the future. So the other thing we can do tonight, though, is Labyrinth. I think we got some stuff to do for Labyrinth, because I did push pets a little bit last time. And let's see what happens with the Cave of Monsters here. This ratio is actually working out pretty good for me. I think folks have said, we've seen all these different guides for these levels, but I think, I'm not sure that matters too much. Let's see. Well, maybe it does. So one thing I think I may be missing out on with the Cave of Monsters is I didn't realize that I think maybe these skills can be used here. So let's see if that makes a difference at all. And I think 55, 15, 30 is pretty common for this generation. I don't know, that seemed to do a little bit better, but still didn't move the needle much. What happens if I try it like this? Hey, all right. No, it must have just got lucky once. All right, well, at least I tried. And then let's take a look at, let's take a look at where our leaderboard looks like. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that much with pets last SVS. So some of you asked me if I did anything with pets. I didn't do much with pets because they're all pretty close to maxed. So let's see. Let's take a look at Charm Mine. Now, I don't recall if I had a charm day after all that big charm push, but I guess we're about to find out. Because Charm Mine, let's see, 50 usually, let's see, 50, 15, 35. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, come on. Come on, really? Let's take a look at the battle report. Well, I guess they got their ambusher triggered a little bit more. Oh, all right, we got one. I guess we're in the zone of this where it's like, it's more, I don't know, luck-based than anything. And I don't know if a little tweaking might help. No, it's just going to be luck-based at this point. So I might as well just leave it with this and give it a shot, give it a roll. Yeah, it's not going to do much. All right. And let's see, that's what things look like there. So, you know, again, it didn't do a lot since now. I don't think I did a lot since the last big charm push. That's the problem. So, but at least I'm sitting where I need to be sitting. And now if we just take a look at the events, we got Alliance Showdown going on, and I could have done some Chief Charms. I just don't want to do anything outside SVS that's going to be significant. So I think I'll be able to get most of my points here just for the basic rewards from Gathering and Gems. So we'll take a look at Gems. And then Officer Project. I think what I'll do with this one is maybe I'll pop an Essence Stone pack tomorrow, or at least I'll do some Essence Stone work tomorrow, because we have a lineup where we're going to have Essence Stones, in the Alliance Showdown tomorrow. So that'll kind of line up with Officer Project. And then, Vision of Dawn, you just got to hunt this all down, which is, it's a little bit of a grind, but we'll get there. So I'll have the resources done, and then the Polar Terrors I'll just have to do as well. And even though I'm a big spender, I still do the Gina's Revenge because it's worth getting those 10 extra shards to trade in. It's not much, but it's something, it's something. All right, so I'm living this pain with you. The ones, the whales out there who I've been talking to that are, they basically do all their upgrades during SVS. I'm about to experience what that feels like, because what I really want to do is start, because all this spending I've been doing lately, I really want to just, buy everything and start doing upgrades and justify it by spending more. But that's not sustainable. That's not going to help keep me in the game longer, and it's not going to, it's really going to kind of drain my bank account really quickly. And there's a difference, I guess, between, in my book, like being a Kraken and being a whale. I can't sustain spending, $1,000 a day on this game every day. That would be like, a lot of money, right? So every 30 days, that would be $30,000, right? That's not my level budget. And so I'm trying to figure out if maybe $2,800 is the right mark, and what that looks like. So there's going to be some days that we're spending more and some days we're spending less, and we're trying to figure out what that looks like. But I want to know if any of you that are out there that are these kind of budget whales, like you're in this zone that I'm talking about, like in the maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month spending range. Drop me your tips in the comments. Tell me what you do. I hear from a lot of whales that what you do is you basically buy the whole month and then unload at SVS and do all your upgrades at SVS and just get minimal rewards along the way. That's what I'm trying to do, but it seems difficult. Are you able to stay competitive that way? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Are you able to maintain your whale status that way? I mean, ultimately somebody can always spend more, and if they do, like, what are you going to do? There is pay to win aspects of this game, but I'm just curious if that's sustainable for you, if that works for you. I'm looking for some advice, input, feedback, comments, whatever. But that's all I got for tonight. All I want to remind you of is a couple ways to help me. You can either use that link in the video description to buy your Frost Stars, and that'll give me some Frost Stars as well. That's one way you can help. The other way you can do that or help me out is just like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.